And we're here with Jonathan Taylor, true freshman running back. And you and I just talked about it just a second ago, but you see your name maybe on that depth chart, or you start seeing the reports. How you feeling being listed as one of the first team running backs alongside Bradrick Shaw and Chris James?
Personally, I'm definitely feeling good. That's just a testimony that shows the hard work that I put in when I came here. But it also shows how high of a level that the running back room is competing in. Coach Settle doesn't have a solid answer yet, and it shows that we're working day in and day out, competing at a high level, which is making it tough on Coach Set, which is a good thing.
What was when you first saw the reports or first saw the depth chart? Like, what went through your head?
When I first saw it, what went through my head was I've never seen like 3 guys with an or in any depth chart, so I started laughing just because of Coach Set. But then I started thinking, I'm like, wow, so we must really be working hard because Coach Set doesn't have a definite answer. So I kind of was proud, of us as a group, just so like, yeah, we're competing every day, and we always talk about how we're competing to be the best running back group in the country. So that's one thing we pride ourselves on.
When did you find out?
I actually found out the other day because it just recently came out. So I just looked at it, and then I texted Chris James and was just like, we're working hard, so let's keep it up.
When it comes to when did you realize that you could make that change? When you could realize that you could compete on that level, when you have that, that you guys, that you could play with the first team, and yeah, you're a true freshman, but when was that moment that you felt, yeah, I can do this?
It definitely was the moment, after we had like a test in the running back room. Coach Set is always keeping us on our toes, making us stay sharp, making sure we know everything we need to know. So, then once you do good on the test, then you're starting to think like, wow, okay, I know this stuff. So I feel as though just once you get more comfortable, then that's when your own style starts to blossom. And once that started to happen, and I started being comfortable with everything, then I could start playing the game more easily.
When was that test?
The test was about like last week. It was just a small test, just keeping it sharp on our routes, making sure that we knew everything that we needed to know, and just being able to recall everything he was talking about, really made me more comfortable. Like, okay, so I'm retaining all of this.
When it comes to, obviously the scrimmage where you saw Big Ten Network, you saw your name starting to flash up on some of the big plays. What do you remember from those big plays and just that scrimmage in general?
One of the things that I really do remember about the scrimmage is, just remembering the coach points that Coach Set gave, alignment, key reads, and, throughout the play, all of that contribute to the big play, and, just hitting the hole. And then when you look back after the play, then you think like, okay, so everything Coach Set taught me, just came to pass.
When it comes to what's been the learning curve for you? Obviously now you're listed as one of the first team members. You're looking like the potential to contribute is definitely there. But what are some of the things that you've had to adjust to from the college game? And you came in during the summer. You didn't enroll early either, so this is a huge jump. Like, what have you had to work on in your time?
One of the biggest things I had to work on was definitely the game speed. Twice as fast as the high school level. So, decision making has to be more quick. Your reads have to be quick, and you definitely have to win the pre-snap read. So that's just definitely the game speed is one thing I had to adjust to.
How are you? In that running back room, you said there's competition, and obviously there's depth even with the injury to Taiwan. But like, how are you guys feeding off of each other? How are you guys, working together, and in terms of just gaining reps too?
Oh, definitely. All the time, if we see a guy, maybe make a little mistake or something on a read, and they come back, we're like, hey, listen, make sure you remember to do this or make that read. So definitely we're always giving tips. Maybe if you forgot something that Coach said real quick, we're always just looking to lift each other up and encouraging to get the next play right. So we're definitely always giving tips to each other.
What's the one thing that you're working on right now?
One of the biggest things that I'm working on right now is just, retaining everything in the playbook. We have a lot of stuff that we can unfold. So being able to know each and every single one of those situations and being prepared for any one of those situations, just in case my number is called, is one of the biggest things I'm working on.
What's the potential for the running back group?
The potential for the running back room is very high. Every day we come out there and we always pride ourselves on being the best running back group in the country. So we're working hard every day, and I think that this group is a very special group.
What did your last question? What did your family say when you first started? You know, like when they maybe see the reports that you're some of the co-star, and like what's been the family response?
They're definitely proud, definitely excited. But you know, they definitely told me to stay humble, take it day by day, and just make sure you stay ready. You know, don't let all the media get to your head, and just make sure that you stay focused.